G'day guys, and welcome to World of Tanks with the Magnificent Margon. Today I've decided to do a review on the STA 1 Japanese medium tank. It's the tier 8. The only reason why I'm doing this now is because I'm actually having a lot of success. Now, as you all know, I did a little tank sort of review thingy on the STA 1 probably a couple of weeks back when I got this Top Gun. I absolutely love having it. That extra penetration does it all for me. Now, as you can see, 218 average penetration. Now that's a big upgrade. If I go to all the other guns, the tier 7 gun, 155. Now it has been a tough road for me. You start with that gun. I then grind it up. Hang on, let me have a look. Yes, no. You basically start there, and I did grind straight away to get the rifled gun, the 90mm. It's just a must. Like the extra penetration, the extra whatever it is, 20 penetration. It does help, but it doesn't help enough in tier 8 battles. Now, I then quickly free XP'd the top turret, and I also then used the grinding tactic of just getting double stars every day. It's one of those tanks where if you can get the double stars every day, slowly work towards it, you will get the top gun. Now, it was 44,000 XP points to get the top gun, but having that 218 penetration makes the tank so much better, and I have played a hell of a lot better since getting it, and I'm getting back up to my nice high scores of damage. So it has been a hard slog getting here to get this tank, but it's taken a number of weeks. I've had this tank probably back, when did I get this tank? Probably end of January, mid-January, so it's a good couple of months I've slogged it out. Now, as you can see, I haven't got top engine. I can research that right now. I haven't got top radio. I'm umming and ahhing whether I will. Top radio carries over to the Type 64, and the top motor seems to as well. Hang on. No, it doesn't. It doesn't carry over. So the top motor is only the basic motor. So, as much as having the extra horsepower that this one provides of 70, Kaz has it on his tank, I'm not seeing a major sort of advantage with it. I haven't got top radio either. I think I'm just going to sit here, slog out and get my Type 61 and worry about those two things at a later date. So yeah, 61. Now, with the 61, hit points, pretty average for a medium. 1,450. It's not too bad. Like if we go to change this to tier 8s, through any nation, I've only really got Conqueror. Conqueror, being a heavy tank, hasn't got much more hit points than it, so it is comfortable. It is very, very comfortable as a tier 8 tank. Back in here. As you can see, just from the stats, well, the weight load limit, some people need to know that stuff, doesn't really matter. Engine power, 500, I haven't got the upgrade motor as I said. Speed limit, 45. Traverse speed, 44 degrees a second. Now that is incredibly quick. I do like that traverse speed, I can just wiggle around, and it's very hard when you go from playing something like this, which is alright, this not so good, to then all of a sudden, well, let's see, like you got 28 and you jump in this and you go double it, you're like, wow, this is this is awesome, this tank rules. Whole armor 45, yeah, basically anything can hit you. 35, 25, that's on sides and rears, so you're pretty well screwed when you look at this. Now, this is a snipey tank. As I play, a lot of the time I sit back, take the shots. It's not very often I get in the close quarters. or I use its speed to its advantages and try to get out of there as quick as I can. Turret armor, however, 70 is not too bad. It is pretty troll and bouncy around that gun mantle area, and it does deflect off the side wings. Weakest point that I have noticed though is the commander's cup hole, and I seem to get a lot of shots that penetrate directly down the center of the tank here. So turret's not too bad, 70, 60, 35 at the back. So yeah, don't show the back of your turret. It's normally not a smart thing. Even the sides, it's not real smart. Turret traverse 42, excellent. 8 rounds a minute. View range 390, it's pretty good. And as you can see, I have got camo net. I have got gun rammer and vents. I have thought about changing the camo net though. I don't need stabilizers really. I don't need gun lane drive because it's pretty good at its aiming and accuracy on the move. It's not too bad. A lot of times because I suck at aiming on the move and I need to be in that sniper mode to do it a lot more, and yeah, I just don't go on the sniper mode like I used to. Maybe I need to start doing that. Binoculars, yeah. Code opticals, yeah. Get that bit of extra range. I might trial them, if anything, for a little bit. But if I did get anything, it would be vertical stabilizer if I was going to pay for something. And this is the best time now because they've got their deals on the moment to buy this sort of stuff on special. So let's head over to Tank Inspector and go through some of the weak points on the tank. Okay guys, here we are on Tank Inspector. Now I do enjoy using this program. It has helped me out a lot in the past. As you can see, the modelling on this has been improved ever so slightly. It looks a lot clearer than it used to when I used to do reviews a few times with tanks, particularly those eyelets all glintering in the light towards me. Now, as you can see, this one has got the top motor on it and the top radio, which for this it's not going to make too much of a difference. We're using this to sort of see and work out a deflection. Now, as we said, the whole armor has got 45 on it. And you can see over most of it, it's about sort of 60 to 65. Lower glacier, 100. So really that lower glacier, frontal on, is either a ricochet or very hard to penetrate. Top, yeah, not so good. Even at a bit of range, pretty average. And if you do angle that tank, it's going to be hard. You hit through the track there, it's going to be just as hard. But a lot of guns at tier rate will penetrate no matter what. So you've really got to hold down and hope that they're aiming for here and you do take the shots. Because as you can see, a lot of ricochets all over this turret at the top. It's generally the way it goes. But as I said in the other part, I get hit here, center of it. The cup hole there, commander's cup hole. That one there, high ricochet. Right here in the center is only 58. Now I get hit here a hell of a lot. Just seems to be just above that gun is its weak point on this tank. And as you can see, 56 hit points. So most of the time people just aim there. Particularly for HE, you're knocking out a lot of my crew. My gunner's probably dead. My commander's dead. Probably the radio guy's dead. So things like that. Now on the side, you shoot through the tracks. It's not going to really help you. See, most of the side's pretty crap. 76, 75, hitting through the tracks, 33, turret. Yeah, turret's not too bad, even though it's got 60 on the sides. There, 40 up here. On the rear, 20, 35 on the back. So, all in all, it's not too bad. You really want people to be shooting this turret. it is a great deflecting thing, and they hit you straight on through the cheeks there. As you can see, it will do damage. So all in all, you've really got to work the angles on this tank just to try and get the bounce. It's unlikely that you will get the bounce. That's pretty high ricochet points all over on that angle there, and that's the angle you're sort of looking at having people shooting at as you come around. You're trying just to expose that, but even still, if a smart tanker's playing, they'll shoot you down this side here at that angle. Side scraping, yeah, you probably get away, but if they can get in here, they'll do damage. So it's one of those things where, and even hitting around, as you can see underneath the gun, 35, 70. So it's all in all, the tank is pretty average. All those who like to read the stats, you can pause the video, go through this. I don't find stats terribly helpful, but some people do like these stats. So they do help, and like as you can see, different things they can help some players. But for me, it's not crash hot. But there you go. There's the stats. You can pause and have a look at them. That just takes that. Okay. So, and if I like, I can pretend to do shots using this mode here. Yeah, we'll go ba-dong, ba-dong, ba-dong. That weak point there, ba-dong. If I can rotate the tank from this, nope. So there you go. A couple of shots into it, and I can hold over that line there, and it'll say, yep, 91 pen there, 73 there, 193 there, 260 there, 66 there. So there you go. It's not going to save you too much. Even if I go down here and I shoot through this big wheel here, which is going to detract you. As soon as you get hit there, you're going to be detracked 91. So it's still going to penetrate. So it's not really designed to be something that will deflect things. It's just it's the peekaboo tank, really. Its speed is its biggest advantage. It's taken me a while to realise these things. Maybe that will persuade me to get the top engine, to get that bigger, that bit better sort of takeoff, launch, whatever way you want to look at it, sort of approach to things, so that I can move back and forth, peekaboo a bit better, and all those little minor things. So all in all, STA is not a bad tank. So I've got a couple of battles that I will show you. They're decent battles. They're some of the best battles we've had on this tank since getting it. Like Kaz and I really did struggle with this tank, and it's only been sort of recently, since playing with our newfound friend Harlequin, we've slightly got better. This tank has to work with heavy tanks. You by yourself, it's not going to work, and it's very hard to play. So we've found with this tank, it's a supportive tank, and that's how you've got to play it. So, alright, well, I'll take you over to the first battle right now. Okay guys, here we are on my first battle. Now this is on Helmstor. One of those games that we surprisingly had some success in, but not as much as we probably could have had. We had some amazing battles all day yesterday on the STA1. Well, yesterday as in the day before I filmed this one. This footage, I might not put this up straight away. I don't know. I can never decide. It probably will be tonight's one, but as you know me, I'm too lazy to make up a heap of videos and upload them. I make them as I go. Now, one thing that should be noted, that with the STA1, it was a very tough tank, and it was only the prototype before the Type 61, which was one of the Japanese first tanks they made. Now, they bought some American tanks, which is interesting when you do a little bit of reading into this. The M24 was very popular among sort of the Japanese crews. They also liked the Soviet sort of T-34/85S that was seen in Korea and things like that. So the Japanese did buy a few different tanks, although that was a nasty hit from that national. And if I pause that, let's have a look to see where he actually hits me. There you go, straight on that front glacier, that front plate there, through the little peephole, and that's very common. So, as you can see. Now, the Japs sort of wanted to develop their own sort of tank back in the 1954, so they did buy the M46 patent and an M47 patent to develop their own tank. The only thing was, after the cost that they had and the slow development, it didn't take off. So the vehicles they started with was the STA-1, which was completed in 1956. Then they had the STA-2, 1957, STA-3, which was in 1960s, and the STA-4, which was in the 1959, 1960 basically. After all that, the development then started on the Type 61. So this is very much a prototype tank, and that's maybe why the plates aren't as thick as what they could be. The armour on the hull couldn't be. That's a good shot. Finally got that national back. Here we go. Come on, sit still long enough for me. There you go. Ooh. Shot fell short. Oops. Oh dear. So yes, but that's the way it goes. Like the Japs did have their own development program. They just had to try and get it off the ground. And really, with us in tanks, we've only got the medium tanks to go off. Now, Wargaming have said they'd like to do heavy tanks. They've got information about the heavy tank. They just don't have the other tanks to fill the gap and voids in between to build up the rest of the lines in the heavy line tanks. Yeah, this is not going to do anything, I thought when I fired that, and yet it went through. So despite the fact my counter did say it was going to be a 50-50 chance, I took the 50-50 chance and it worked for me. And missed that one. I moved the shot high. So, but yes, as you can see, this has been so far a 50-50 battle. Harlequin's all the way over the other side of the map in his Tiger 2. Kaz and I are now coming down to try and defend the base. Now we've seen the Panther 2 and the Tiger 2 pushing up, so I've sort of gone to a position ready for an ambush, to ambush. And then I thought maybe I can swing around. I've got the Persian beside me. Maybe I should swing around the other way, and then all of a sudden the prot's popped up. Now I've bounced a shot from the Panther 2, but this prot is going to give me hell, and I actually get pinned down in this alleyway now. I thought it might have actually gone somewhere, didn't really look behind me, and I've gone, oh, okay, cool, I can't get out now. So I thought maybe I can get to a position where I can do some damage against that jig, and it's not going to work. There's the prot, and I've bounced again. And this is the amazing thing about this tank. Despite all the flaws and everything I've said, I've just bounced 2 shots from the prot, which is amazing for this tank. So whether it's just the angle I'm at and he's just not penetrating the right spots and he's just glancing off, it's somehow working for me. Now we know he's there. Harlequin's over the other side capping now with the T-44. The VK-45's up the top of the hill. He's going to move down and assault them. So I've gone, alright, I'll try and... Kaz has gone, can you support me? We need to get a reset on this prot. I've loaded up a HE shell, I believe. And I'm just sort of sitting here. I know he's not going to come out, but I can get into a position now. I'm not too worried. I've said to him, look, I'm going to move out and I'm going to come round the other way. And that's the exact moment in time Somehow Kaz is dead. Now, let's go back and see what happened. I can't remember how he died. I don't think it was the prod that got him. It was actually the jig 8.8 centimeter that got him. Okay, I know that now. So, well, he got the scumbag, then he got Kaz. No, the tiger too got Kaz. Okay, sorry Kaz. There's not much I can do about you when you're there. Just dumb luck, basically. So then I've gone, alright, now it's my turn. I have to get in there and I have to hit this prod. The only thing is, I know what a prod's like and there's not much I can do to penetrate. So I've come tearing at full speed at this corner, aimed at HE, and it's bounced. What do I do? I can't reset this cap, and then I've hesitated a little bit longer than I should, trying to find the weak point when I should have just fired. I should have just fired shots instead of hesitating. Putting out prods going boo. Yeah, I know. I should have fired another shot. And this is the disappointing part right now. 5 seconds to go, 11 seconds to go. Harlequin's protecting our guy. Kills him. We've both capped. It's a draw. Great, another one. This happened to be, I think, the second or third draw we had for the day. Now, I'll take you over to the World of Tanks stats, so you guys can have a look at those things and see the draw results. Alright guys, here we are. Oh dear, I hit that button again. I hit F12 and it brings up the commands. So, as you can see, it was a draw. Hit the prod, ELC. So that was right at the start. I got ELC, Nashorn, things like that. So draw, not a lot. When you look at the details, I lost money off that draw. That's terrible. I only did 626 damage, which is also terrible. Kaz, he did well. He did very, very well for himself. Come on, play the game. Fine, don't play the game. Okay, we're going to go the opposite way around. That's really bizarre. We're going to go upside down for damage. Okay, so at the bottom of the list, you can see that our Puff did really well. The T44 did really well, doing 1,600. What on earth? Hang on, I'm not looking. Oh no, I'm looking at it right. It just doesn't seem right. Why is it saying 15? Oh no, 1,000. I'm reading it wrong. So that's my bad. But I'm not really in a good position there. Down here, 600. So I needed to do damage on this prod. For us to win, I needed to do that. So we had another few seconds to count. That's the way it goes. I hesitated. I didn't know where to shoot. After he fired, I should have kept going forward, got on the side of him, fired, and detracked him. But I didn't. So that was disappointing. The draw. I mean, Kaz and I were starting to go, why are we playing this? And this was the last battle we played. And then we thought, nah, we're going to play one more. So I will show you that last one right now. Alright guys, here we are. This was our last battle for the day. Now, we are on steps. My dog is playing with the cat. Stupid dog. Oh, now the cat's going to chase the dog. Alright, so here we are on steps. Let's put it back to normal speed. And we've agreed that we're going to support Harlequin on his Tiger 2 and the rest of the teams and go into the Dugout Valley place. Now, Kaz and I have decided, let's put our speed to our test. Let's get over there quick. Let's hold them up, get the other heavies across. We both have 6th strength on our tank, which is great. Lets us know if we've been spotted. Got across there unspotted perfectly. So now it's our turn to basically lay the spots on them from this point and hold them up. Kaz has gone middle. and I have gone round the back. Now both my dogs are beating up the cat with their heads. Stupid dogs. A cat could rip you apart. Okay. KV1S comes around, I shoot him. Harlequin comes out, and he misses, because the thing pulls back in. I'm taking a shot, and I fire. I've pulled back in, and here comes that VK36. Now, take the shot, take out. Well, I didn't take out the KV1S, so he's down. Now it's only the KV36, VK36, my bad. And the ARL. Now I've seen the ARL and gone, they're hard to penetrate. I don't think I can, because in the past when I've shot at them, they've been difficult. So I've gone to a position. Now as you can see, Harlequin's supporting there, and I've seen that 28 pride. I've gone, we need to make a decision, we need to get out of here quick before he does too much damage to us. So I've started reversing. ARL 44, fire, got the shot in, which is perfect. IS3 has taken a bit of a pounding. And this is where we've had to go, alright, we need to move quickly to try and stay away from the prot. There's the KV2 in the distance. I go, alright, I'm taking a few shots on that KV2. He is AFK, which is good for us. Gives us more damage. So let's take him out while we get a chance. Now he's down. I've called out KV2's down. I've reversed up. I wonder where this prot is. So I've come out the front way. And there's the Tiger 1. There's the prot coming up, and I've just called everybody go forward. Move it, move it, move it. And Kaz is starting to move forward. I've gone, oh, he's taking out the IS. Okay, let's all go. Go, rush the Tiger. Right, let's go, move. And why aren't we moving? I know we did a command. Okay, I took the shot from the prot. I'm probably still in silent. And I've said, let's use our speed. We're going to get behind you. Let's go. So both Kaz and I have rushed, and I've called it Harlequin. Keep going round. Keep going round. Rush the IS3. So he's taking the shot. We've all run up here. The prot, as you can see, he's stuck now. He's having to turn around. We've just left him. We've run for this IS. Each taking shots on him, cleaned him up, and then gone, sweet, now we're secure. Now this is where the speed of the STA was used to its advantage. The prot, as you can see, he's been left behind. Now Kaz and I have split up either side. The prot's seen me, probably coming, and I just nudge up here, get the spot, go, hey, here I am, and he's focused on me, taking the shot. I've called his fire. Kaz is coming, going, you beauty, rip him to pieces. Harlequin's got in there. I've taken the shot for the team. We've finished him off. Now that is what this tank's good for. This is where we've learnt to use this tank. And it's taken us a little while. Now we know the advantages of this tank. Kaz has seen the gun damage that we can do. We've locked this game up. So now it's basically time to run across the field, finish up the 29, the Hellcat that's left. Well, we're not going to be able to do that. Tell you now, and this was a win. My damage 1600, 1700 nearly. So it's not too bad. This was a great battle, and it's our first victory today. We played probably 6 games. 6 games and we got it. But now we know that matched up with a Tiger 2, we have to support the Tiger 2 or the heavy. Do moves like that we just did then, where we get around behind the prot, keep ourselves in good health, stay away from him. He's way too dangerous for us. Most of the tanks are too dangerous for us in any way, shape or form. So it just shows to us that this is how you've got to play this tank. It's got to be played with its speed. Now, it has raised the questions to me about getting the top engine to have that pickup, so I can pick up the speed quicker, get to the top speed faster. It's not stingy on top speed having 45, so it's something I need to do. And as you can see, we've just won this battle, all from a few good moves that we played and communication. And I can tell you now, this was the first battle where we've all agreed we have to make the calls as we go. We made the calls and it paid off when we started communicating using the chat program that we have, which is Mumble. We just went boom, 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 and we got round that corner and it worked worked absolutely brilliant. 100%. That communication is key. If you're platooning, I recommend it. If you're platooning with friends, just do it. It's the best way to actually to play this game, to play this sort of style. You've got to keep the key communication. Kaz and I sometimes don't communicate. We sort of rely on each other to support each other the whole time, and when we don't communicate, well, we get each other killed. Unfortunately, that happened today for us, and my bad, Kaz. I should have been paying a little bit more attention. You ran ahead and I stayed back, so a bit more communication would be better, but we didn't do it. So there you go. That is got to be the best battle. And that's the only reason why I'm doing this review on the STA one. I recommend it. I really do. I think it's a lot of fun. It is a support tank. I can't say it any other way. You've really got to be supporting. You've got to use its mobility, and you've got to hunt down those enemies. So alright, we'll go over, look at the post-game stats. You can make your judgments from there. Okay guys, here we are, post-game stats. As you can see, here it is. Victory, Mastery Badge 3. It's not too bad. I still think there are a lot of people playing the STA, and that's probably why I haven't got it. STA is a semi-popular tank. I do see a lot of Japanese medium tanks floating around. As you can see, that prot, I got the spot and vehicle destroyed on that prot, which is amazing. Also did on the VK36. I just got the spot on the the KV1S, but we killed him too, so that's okay. I do like that. Over on the team scores, well, we look at it. Damage. Oh look, STA's at the top, and that was just from using our speed, staying alive, and being as much support as we can. Now, where is Harlequin? I can't read. Tiger 2, where are you? No. Oh, top of the list, duh. He's at the top of the list, so not too bad from him. 1300. The I'm not even the Panther. Did great. 2000. He was over the other side of the battlefield. The Yag Panther. He was over the other side. The SU 14-1. He did a great game. 2000 damage. So in some ways it was all the little team efforts here. When you have people doing low damage, it's normally like the AMX 12T, you don't really get very high damage. It's very rare. Like I think I've done a maximum of 600, and that's on one battle, maybe two battles, and that was just because people were spotting and I was able to shoot through trees. Matchmaker's not friendly to light tanks, as we all know. So yes, KV2, he would have been a wrecking machine if he wasn't AFK and allowed us to shoot him to pieces early. So it's a pity. It is a pity when you have something like that happen. He could have had a rockstar game against us. So, as you can see, it was a wrecking ball. A lot of our tanks, particularly the ones that did the high damage, all survived the battle. Detailed report, look, 15,000. I made money out of it from doing damage. So yeah, all in all, STA, I highly recommend it as a tank. I think it is a great tank. I do enjoy playing it, and I do recommend it now that I have found its potential and how much it needs to be played as a supporting tank. I will continue to do it. I will play it a lot more. After doing this review, I probably should get top engine, as I said, to get that acceleration up, just so I can take off, boom, top speed quicker. So, if you like my reviews, guys, and if you like what I do, please like it. Lets me know what's going on. If you don't like it, say so too. It doesn't bother me one way or another. I'm not going to change too much, but I might change a little. suggest things in the comments, things you might want to see, tanks you might want to see. I do have a lot of tier tanks under tier 8 now, so I'm playing a lot all at the same time, so I do have a big variety, and you might say, hey look, if you've got this tank, can you do it? Leave a comment, say hey, can you do a review on this tank? I will try my best. There are a lot of tanks that I have got to play with, so comments are welcome. Even if you want to ask me a question, go ahead. I'll try and answer it in my videos and things like that. Yeah, if you want to Facebook me, I have a Facebook page. Want to join me over on World of Tanks on the Asian server, I have the link down in the description below. I will re-put the link up for Tank Inspector if you feel that's what you need to learn weak points and handle those sort of things. It does help me, it does come in handy. It lets you be aware of your tank and other tanks that you might be like sitting there struggling with. You sit there going, why can't I hit this point? I have a tank in particular I need to figure out how to kill, which is the T-57. It's an incredible American tank, and it's their tier 10, and I verse them a lot, and I sit there going, where do I hit this thing? Because it's just got troll armor, troll bouncy armor, so I'll probably use Tank Inspector to cheat more or less, and just to see those weaknesses, so it would help me. So yeah, join me, subscribe to me if you wish. You'll get notified when I put a video up. I do select the option, so as soon as I put the video up, it's up, so you guys can watch it. So, but yeah, outside of that, guys, I hope this has been informative for you. Might even convince you to work your way up through the Japanese tree and get yourself an STA1. I probably will keep this tank now. I'm getting the hang of it, and it's just taken that little bit of time to learn it and understand it more. So, as always, guys, happy hunting, and I will catch you on that battlefield.